Bro, it'd be so many people calling and texting, bro. That shit crazy. I ain't gonna get into that on this episode, but the next episode I'm gonna have to get into some other stuff too. Like that's just funny. Like I'm gonna say one thing. I don't know what the relationships y'all had between my father and the club, right? Like Dreams Born Lies, but bro, I'm not about to be in there giving y'all free shit.
Here's the thing, it's just us.
Just Us Pod, episode 89. I am Fabian, my co-host.
Just in.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
Same shit, another day, bro. Same shit, another day, bro.
We've been gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Had to handle some business.
Yeah, man. Originally, it wasn't supposed to be this long of a drought, but life, bro. I remember I made a post. It's crazy. It just came to me thinking about how long the last episode been. I made a post that said, if nothing else happens this year, this has probably been one of the most fucked up adult years in my life.
I definitely remember this.
And boy, has it gotten worse.
Yeah.
It has gotten worse. First, for those that know, my father did transition. A lot of people has reached out, bro. A lot of people has reached out. First and foremost, thank y'all. Like, I'm not just ignoring y'all. And, of course, y'all know it's been a lot. So, thank y'all. That's the first thing I want to say. Thank y'all. But before we get into all of that, congratulations to a bunch of people. Your daughter, she graduated high school. My daughter graduated high school. My sister graduated high school. It's just been a lot.
Huh?
My nephew graduated high school. Lil Corey, shout out to him. I'm trying not to forget nobody.
There's a bunch of y'all.
It's a bunch of us, bro.
Yeah.
A bunch of us, bro. We tight. We tight knit. Am I forgetting something, bro? Proms. I think we talked about proms, but everybody went to prom. I don't know if that did something. Just yesterday, my sister had a graduation party. She was the last one of the bunch. Yeah, man, it's just been, life been rolling, bro. Shit fast, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for me, bro, and maybe, maybe this ain't the place to do it, but are you dealing? Are you dealing with it?
Yeah,
It's
man.
the big thing, right? Like, I told you,
And like I started this episode off, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, not just you, a lot of people have reached out, popped up on me, even when I'm like not answering, I'm talking to them through the camera. Hey, I'm good, but I'm not opening the door. People showed up, who, shout out to Oksana. Never nothing too crazy. I seen her at the funeral, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's been a trying time. It's been a trying time, man. For those that don't know, my father is Fletcher Dwayne Galloway, owner and operator of Dreams, former owner and operator of Dreams Bar and Lounge in the Greater Third Ward off Dixie Drive. And has been for the last 16 years. Before that, we were on McGregor. And then before that, there was a totally different business with the Daiquiri Bar and Grill that was on Main for y'all that remember that. Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, bro. It's surreal. It's like, it's not, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm dealing, but it's so crazy because when I got the call that night, right? It was Thursday. It was Thursday, and it's like 4 a.m. Only somebody is seriously hurt or somebody in jail.
right.
I literally woke up to 100 missed calls and texts. Like, that was the notification. You have 100 missed calls and texts. And nobody was saying what was wrong, But from the people who was calling, it only had to be 2 people. But I never thought my father. I'm not gonna lie. I never thought my father. I was thinking my brother, or my granny. So when I finally did talk to somebody, I think the first person I talked to was my cousin Josh, and he was like, "Bro, just get to the hospital. Your daddy, was found unresponsive." I'm like, what? And I still like right now, like I don't know. Ever since it happened, I just been feeling real calm. You know what I'm saying? Like real calm. And I get to the hospital, and for whatever reason, I knew. You know what I mean? They was telling us, how the doctors and everything, like they give you the prelims, and yeah, this is what we're trying to do, and we're trying to do this, but it's like I knew. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He gone. Like I'm looking at him and like, damn, he gone. Yeah. And it was me, my bonus mama, and Raheem, my little brother, my youngest brother. And I don't know why, cause the whole morning, everybody was in and out of the room. Everybody was in and out of the room. It was a lot of like they was like, oh, only 2 people can be in the room, but we like, man, you crazy. Like you don't know who in this room right now. So at any given point, it was 6, 7, 8 people in there at a time, and they could tell like, okay, this is not a regular patient that we got up here. So at this particular time, for whatever reason, it was only me, my bonus mom, and my youngest brother. And the neurosurgeon came in and he said, this shit kind of pissed me off. He was like, but now I know, looking back that it's just protocol. He was like, man, do he do any drugs, like cocaine or anything like that? I'm like, what? Like, nah, he don't do no fucking drugs. What are you talking about? He's like, I just never seen someone's blood pressure this high. It was super high, bro, like super high. I'm not even going to say the number. And we don't know why, because he had just went to dialysis earlier that day. And if something is wrong, if something is out of, spec or whatever, they not going to release you. They going to keep you there. You know what I'm saying? So everything had to be okay from the time he left to the time he went to his place of business. And he was just like, I've been a doctor for 40 years, and I've been a neuroscience doctor for 28, and I've never seen nothing like that. And that shit, it shifted my perspective on a lot, just that small conversation. But from that conversation, it gave me confirmation about what I knew when I walked in there and saw him. Like, yeah, this shit, the last time that I actually saw my father was going to be the last time I saw my father. This, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I knew. But it was an array of emotions, bro, throughout the whole time, because everybody knew, but nobody wanted to believe. Like, everybody wanted it to be like, okay, they finna come in here and tell us that they gonna be able to do something to make, for his eyes to open, for him to wake up. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it was people did know, like, he never was going to open his eyes again. And we weren't going to choose the route of taking care of him for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? That was never going to be an option. But as far as just the because he transitioned on the 31st. Today's the 14th. It's just from the 31st to the 14th. Nobody has really been able to, like, sit down as far as getting all of his, his business in line, getting all of the funeral arrangements and all of this, you know what I'm saying? Everything went smooth. Everything was all already intact. Shout out to his wife, my bonus mom, Nikki. She did a hell of a job.
Amazing job from what I saw.
Yeah, she did it, bro.
Just looking, like I told you, I tuned in to the stream a little bit from the church. Everything looked beautiful.
Yeah,
everything looked well put together.
Yeah, now we all had a hand in everything that took place as far as, how everything looked. But I'm saying, like, the one who was driving the car, she did an amazing job, bro. And no corner was left unturned. Whatever we wanted, she did. Whatever we wanted to change, she did. You know what I mean? Whatever she wanted for him, she did. It was beautiful, bro. It was top notch, and just the amount of people that showed up was it was a Thursday, pouring down, raining, muddy. You know, that's gonna stop people from coming, and it probably did stop some people, but the church was absolutely full, bro. It was full. It was a bunch of people there, bro. It was a bunch of people to see him go. It was a bunch of men. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of men in that church, which was crazy.
Now, I'm gonna just jump in real quick because just looking at how people speak about your father, right? And I know the regard that you held your father in, right? But did it kind of take you off guard a little bit to see like how well respected your father was, or has this been like,
Man,
I've been knew this?
it never listen. I don't know if you heard what I said at the funeral, but since I've had an understanding of life, and you know, some people get it as a teenager, some get it as a preteen, but I don't know how far you can think back or how far anyone can think back to when they got a clear idea of life. Ever since I've had a clear idea, bro, my pop's been the man.
Yeah.
And when I say the man, I'm not talking about flashy. Yes, he had material things. Yes, he did have money. Yes, all of these things are true. But that's not what I mean. None of that even mattered because of the man that he was. He's always been the guy.
Yeah.
That's just who he's always been since a young man. Like since his teens, in high school, in his right after high school, all the way up until the day that he transitioned, he was the guy, and he was respected as such.
And my first time beating your father, right? So this was, I want to say your birthday, maybe
2019 or
something like that.
Yeah.
We pull up, cool, get in, whatever. Now I never really like, just meet and greet him at the time or whatever. I go outside, smoke a square. Standing out there, he walk up. He just right there at the entrance.
That's his spot.
That's his spot.
Yeah.
He walk out. He look at me. He was like, "You was fatting him?" I said, "Yeah." Introduce myself. Boom, boom. I hate to use this word, but the aura that your father had, bro, was just too cool. Like solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even that greeting turned into just a 10-minute conversation between two men. It wasn't him talking to me like I'm younger than him. It wasn't him talking to me like I'm your partner. Like, this was just a grown man conversation, asking me what I did, ask me, just life questions. And anytime that I seen him after that, handshake, real firm greeting, how's everything been, this is that, blah, blah. And if you can do that in that moment, and you can feel that from this one individual, I can only imagine how many other people got to experience this and have held on to it. Because while I'm seeing, all these different posts, I'm seeing people ask you, Fletcher, your daddy? People that, like, it's like, well, how you know? You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was, like, a testament to the type of person that your father was, bro, and it was amazing. He's
a natural leader of people.
Yeah.
Not just men, bro. He was just a natural leader of people. In the presence that you felt, the aura, as you said, that you felt was just the calmness that he brought to every situation. And we talking about an atmosphere where people are drinking, people are smoking, people are having a funky good time dancing, but you sitting here saying that you felt the presence of calmness, and that's what he brought to every room that he ever entered. You know what I'm saying? And the things that go unspoken of that he taught us, is so crazy, bro. Like my brother gave the story about how he what's the word I need? He unintentionally taught us about entrepreneurship as early as high school. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think that was unintentional.
No,
listening to the story of
when
it,
I say unintentional, I mean on our part because we thought like, dang, you who you are, like we know you, like you're not gonna do this for us, but at the same time, it's accountability, responsibility, entrepreneurship, making sure that you can go out here and do things on your own without me. And he did so many of those things so subtle that you would have to think about in a time like this and go, damn, this is why he did that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that he did where it was so blatant and you just knew why he was doing what he did.
Yeah.
And it was stuff like that. Like one day in the summertime, he really just said, I'm not buying y'all school clothes and shoes no more.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to Sam's Club. I'm going to front. These are the words he used. I'm a front y'all first pack. Y'all gonna go to school and y'all gonna sell these for $1 a piece. Don't sell it for more. Don't sell it for less. Cause it's already stuff up there being said. Don't let nobody see. Like he already knew all of this and we didn't even know. Cause I ended up getting caught because I was selling, you know what I'm saying, in the hardware. But he foretold us, like, don't get caught selling it because you ain't supposed to be doing this. He already knew, but it's crazy, like, for him to be that forward thinking and, you know, making us that independent at such a young age, you know what I'm saying, is unthinkable. And the amount of people, you know, that showed up to speak on his behalf, the amount of people that continuously hit me up, like, man, I've been seeing you on social media for a while. I never knew that Fletcher was your pops, but it make total sense that he would be your dad. Like the amount of people who said that kind of stuff to me is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like chalk it up into two lives, right? So me and my older siblings were kind of in the house, you know, and we still own the family home. They don't live in it anymore, but it's still there. We lived in the family home before my younger brother and younger sister got there. So, like, we traveled through the journey with him. You know what I'm saying? We traveled through the streets. We traveled through the different businesses. We traveled through the growth of the businesses. But, you know, it comes a point, you know, the saying, the young is always going to reap what everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that kind of thing. We went through all the growing pains with my father. My younger siblings actually got to reap the benefits of all of his hard work by just being there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know if it makes it sweeter for them or if that made it sweeter for us, but I feel like, you know, knowing that part of him and having that part of him and going through that journey makes me appreciate the man he was even more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the man that he was, bro, is I wish everybody could have a father like that, bro. And when I say have a father like that, my daddy wasn't I love you, daddy, every day. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have put his arms around you and hug you, dad. And although those are great fathers, he was the father we needed in the times that we grew up in. And even in our adult life, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because not too long ago, I was texting you saying, like, man, I think I need to get my pops up here and, you know, have that conversation. But I wasn't ready, and I should have been. I even asked his wife, I was like, man, you think it's time for me to, you know, interview my pops? She was like, he would love to. I still got the message. And I should have did that shit, bro. I should have did it. I should have did that shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But I think, you know, there's always going to be that I should have done this, I should have done that. But what I'll tell you, bro, is like, we can still do something in that realm for your dad, right? For your father, because again, imagine the people that are going to be willing to pull up, sit down, and yeah, let's just have a conversation about Fletcher. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, I know what you're gonna say. It ain't gonna feel the same. This, that, whatever.
Nah, it's not even that. It's just like that wasn't even what I was, alluding to, because I know that can happen. That type of situation can happen. It's just for my own personal. It's like I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whatever y'all thinking about, and this, it's never been more clear now. Like, stop talking about things and do things. That's really what I'm alluding to. Like, I don't care what it is. If it don't work out, it don't work out. Just try. Like, it don't matter. Do whatever comes to your mind, because the only thing that is certain is that we're gonna leave here. And we don't know the day, we don't know the time, we don't know the hour, we don't know the minute. The only thing is certain that you do have a ticket to get up out of here. So what I'm saying is, I had those opportunities, I had those thoughts, but selfishly, I said, nah, I'm gonna wait until the time is right, or nah, I don't want to do it right now because of my own emotions, or my own things that I may have had with my fathers, or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling y'all, it's gonna hurt you, bro. It's gonna hurt you. Don't not do it. Whatever it is, I don't care. And I know it's some people who have certain relationships with their mothers and their fathers where it's irreconcilable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't heal that. You can't. Ain't no going to that. But I'm telling you, bro, if you got any relationship, if you talk to them, if you get right. I'm telling you, this shit feels crazy, bro. It feels absolutely crazy, dog. And I, you see people on the anniversaries of their parents' death posting and saying certain things, and like, man, I wish I would have this, I wish I would have that, or it still feel unreal. And you never know until you know. Yeah. And now I know, and it hadn't even been that long. It's literally been 14 days, but something that messed me up, bro. We were at the place of business. We were at Dreams Born Lounge. This is after the funeral. This is after the repast. All of this, right? Mm-hmm. And we having a good time. We celebrating. It's still, the emotions are still high. You mix that with a couple of drinks, of course, emotions gonna get higher. My bonus mom, his wife hadn't came up there yet, and she finally showed up. We didn't even know she was coming. And she just sat at the bar at the spot she always sit at. And, she had a couple drinks. And something was happening. So I had to go take care of it. Like, somebody was getting into it or something. So I had to go take care of it. And by the time I finished doing that, I walked back down the walkway, and they would bring her out the club. She finally was having, like, a real moment. Because, like I said earlier, she was going through it, like, just, she never stopped, bro. Mm-hmm. She never stopped. And in the truck, she just kept saying, like, I was right there, my youngest brother was right there, my oldest brother was right there. Of course we wasn't finna let her drive. One of her friends was finna take her to her house, and she just kept saying, that man ain't came home in 5 days. That man ain't came home in 5 days. He ain't came home. He always come home. And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? When shit like that start happening, and I'll tell y'all something else. And I couldn't figure out why. But I have talked to, and this is no exaggeration, people who just been around me when we've been at events or anything I've done this year can attest to this. Bro, I have talked to my father on a more consistent basis this year than I have talked to him as I was an adult ever, bro. And it crossed my mind like, damn, my daddy just calling me out the blue now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just be hitting me up out the blue. And I was grateful for it. I love to talk to my old man. It was always, you know what I'm saying? But now I understand why it was like he was calling me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I never could place it. Like I never could, like, damn. You know, I always had the thought. I never said it out loud. I'm like, damn, he called me again. Like 2 times. Like one time he called me about my other brother. Like, hey, what's going on with, you know what I'm saying? I seen him. What's going on with him? You know, tell him, give me a call. He need to come talk to me. Like, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just this year. And it is crazy to, you know what I mean? For him to be gone, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It don't feel. I don't even have the words to say correctly. It just feels crazy that I'm never gonna hear his voice in person again. I'm never gonna talk to him again. I'm never gonna, like, just a series of events that happened. We got that call Thursday, which was the 29th. My sister was pregnant, Kyra. The morning that we got the news he was gone, she had the baby, which was crazy because she wasn't due until like weeks later. So my father transitioned. I gained a nephew. My sister graduated the very next week, his youngest daughter that he didn't get to see. And then we had to have his funeral and all of that, bro. And tomorrow, Father's Day. Like, it's been so heavy to the point, like, you can only, and we don't know what happens when we leave here. We don't know what's going, is there, you know, whatever you believe in, we really don't know. But you got to believe in something. So we don't know what's going to happen when we leave here, but it makes you think about everything, bro. When I say I have not had the energy to even be who y'all know me to be, like, I have not had the energy, bro. And it's because of the uncertainty. Like, you really just don't know. And what's crazy, my daddy was 56, bro. 56, bro. That's young. Y'all like to call people old. Y'all like to say ages are old. 56 is a young age, bro. 56 is a very, very young age. And although he had, you know, kidney failure, and although, you know, he was on dialysis, my daddy didn't have no real health scares or issues. Like, yeah, he had to go on dialysis, but at the end of the day, he was taking care of himself very well. You know, of course, we slip, we do certain things, but he was taking care of himself. Like, there's a guy who goes to the club who been on dialysis for 19 years. So, you know what I'm saying? When I look at it and I see stuff like that, it's like, I can't even say that was a part of him transitioning. It's just so crazy that my granny told me this. She was like, none of her siblings' children have transitioned. My pops was the first one of all of the to transition. I don't know, man. I don't know. And you know, I guess it's gonna come with time. But as of right now, I just don't know, bro. It's been so much. And to see, you know, emotions come out of people who you've never seen emotions from. I never seen Josh dad, my uncle. I never seen him cry. I never even seen him have a weak moment, my Uncle Troy. Like, these are men, like, you've met them all. Like, these are men who are men for real. Like, real, like, but to know that he touched so many people, and to know that it's crazy when a person transitions on how you found out who he touched and who he had his hand on. It's business owners that's around Third Ward who he took under shout out to Spivey, shout out to East Spivey. He was there, and he gave a testimony at the repast. Like, damn, I didn't even know he worked for my dad, and he was inspired to do what he doing now. Y'all know he got his own, situation going on in the Greater Third Ward, and for my daddy to be honored the way he was, not only by the city of Houston, but where our family home was, Missouri City, by the Greater Third Ward. He also has his own day now. Like, you really have to leave your footprints in the soil for these kind of things to happen. And for my legacy to be that, man, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I've always knew who my father was. I've always knew the man that he was to other people. Always been good. Always been good. If you got a bad story about him, you really did him something. You really did him something. If you got a bad story about Fletcher Dwayne Galloway Sr., you did him something, and you deserved it. 100%. When I say the best man, bro, and I can only aspire to be half the man that he was. You know what I'm saying? A man who leads in community, a man who leads by faith, a man who gives, a man who inspires. Like, there's nothing left. Like, there was nothing left here for him, if I'm being honest. everything was how it was supposed to be, bro. Every person, every man, every woman, every single thing that needed to align with the stars. And although it was sudden for a lot of us, if you look back on it, he had done his job. Like, everything that he was supposed to do, he had done. And that's when that's when you go. He got all his kids through school. He's seen all his grandbabies. He left us a grandbaby. You know what I'm saying? He set us up for life. Like, he left something to his children. He left something to his family. He built in his community. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so much I can say, but the words just ain't formulating right now. It's just, this is what I do. I had to come do something, and I was texting you not too long ago, like, man, I got to go shoot an episode. I got to do something. I just been trying to stay busy. Doing things. That's because if I sit too long, the emotions just overflow. Like, if I be in the room, if I get up, and I go in my content room, if I get up and I just walk outside, whatever I do, it's just, I think the rest of my life, I literally am going to think about him. And that's what's crazy. Like, every single, like, before I came here, I had a dream, and he was in the dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything I do now, like everything that happens, everything that I think about, everything is just, I'm thinking about him, bro. I'm thinking about him, and that shit just crazy how on the 27th, it wasn't like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then on the 28th, it's like, man, your people, bro. Your people. And I had cut myself out from saying this. Me and them relationships, bro. Me and them relationships. And me and my father, we were in a great space. Him and all his children were in great spaces. But me and the relationships, because when they gone, it's going to hurt. When they gone, it's gonna hurt, and there's nothing you can do about it. All you're gonna be able to do is have the memories, the conversations that you may be afraid to have, whatever the conversation that you don't want to have, however your feelings is towards them. Even if that's what you need to say, you need to say that. This for anybody. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. This for everybody. Talk to your people. I don't care if it's an uncle, if it's an auntie, if it's your father, if it's your mother, if it's your grandfather, if it's your grandmother. Talk to them. Have a conversation with them. Figure out where y'all stand. I ain't saying y'all got to build this whole new relationship and talk to these people every day, all day. I'm saying water that soil so that before they leave here, you can see some kind of grass grow. Because if you don't, and you let them roots stay underground, I promise you, it's going to kill you. Because although we were in a good space, there's so much more that I wanted to do with my father. There's so much more that I felt like was going to happen with us. And I'm talking about all of us. You know, my brothers, his grandchildren, my children. I felt like, everything was coming how it was supposed to come. Like it was coming together how it was supposed to come together. And what he was building was finally going to be what he envisioned. Because he talked to us about that a lot. He talked to us about business. He talked to us about, stepping into what we really want to do in life. And, even as grown men, like he always talked about this vision that he had for himself that he wanted us to know about so that it'll wear off onto us in whatever we wanted to do in this world. You know what I mean? So, trust me, y'all gotta be in them relationships. Gotta talk. I don't care who you are. If you see this, men in relationships. Men in relationships.
I ain't got nothing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've just been sitting here like,
bro. I don't know, man. I'm trying to find the correct things to give the people. Because he gave us everything. He gave us the knowledge. He showed us the journey. He showed us how to stay disciplined. He showed us, because those that know, my father's a man, he always had the latest. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always had the latest. The clothes, the shoes. And I'm just, saying this to get to a point. None of this stuff matters. It's just to have all those things and to bring it to an ultimate halt for your dream, for what you really want for yourself. A lot of people can't do that. And we literally witnessed him do it in real time. I can never forget. I'm at school. This is when my father opened his first business. And the internet wasn't how the internet was at this time. So you really had to be word of mouth. And I went to Old Color High. I went to Booker T. So when you go to not a poverty-stricken school, but a school in the hood, news travel fast. You know what I'm saying? And my pops was one of them pops. He was at the school. He was at the games. Even if he wouldn't come to see us, around the time we had great players in the inner city, he would come to the games because he loved basketball. He loved sports. So he'd come to the games just to see. And so word got around that my father owned a business. Now, back then, that wasn't like black men didn't own a lot. There was, of course, we've always owned here and there. But to actually have your own, like, people started thinking like, we was the Cosbys or some shit. And I'll never forget, I think I was playing around, I was joking, maybe at football practice or at a study hall or something. And one of the coaches said, yeah, everybody don't got no silver spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these kids really need it. So, some of y'all can come in here and joke, but some of them ain't coming in here to play. And I'm looking, I'm like, and I brushed it off. But years later, I still remember him saying it. And and right now, I'm telling him, nigga, I don't feel bad that my father chose to do correctly. Hoe ass nigga. Cause you was a teacher and ain't give your kid, I don't know what you did. Nigga, don't be mad cause my pops decided that he was gonna go into business for himself. Like, I remember that shit like it's yesterday, bro. I'll never forget it. Like, you mad? What you mad at? So I said all that to say it just put something in me to just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I feel like I'm whatever time I need to take, whatever I need, bro, I'm going for it. Just like he did. Because I know that's what he would have wanted. And that's what he always have told us to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never been scared to step into nothing. I ain't never been scared to do nothing. And it also put into perspective health, bro. Because like I said, 56 is a very young age, bro. Bro, it'd be so many people calling and texting, bro. That shit crazy. I ain't gonna get into that on this episode, but the next episode I'm gonna have to get into some other stuff too. Like, that's just funny. Like, I'm gonna say one thing. I don't know what the relationships y'all had between my father and the club, right? Like Dreams Born Lies, but bro, I'm not about to be in there giving y'all free shit. Like, it's funny because you know how people like it's like in the moment.
I can only imagine, bro.
Bro, it's like they trying to keep their seat however they had their seat before he was gone. Like with us, and it's like, okay, let me like, they can't flat out say it because it's rude.
Right. Because
of, the moment. But for people to be like, yeah, I used to be in the club and your daddy used to just give me drinks.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, on my birthdays, I ain't never had to pay for my sections. Did he write that down somewhere?
Contract somewhere?
Like, people are people are
text messages,
bro.
something.
People are wild, bro. People are wild, bro. That shit's so crazy, dog. People are wild. But nah, man.
They doing something up there today, huh?
Yeah. Well, that was till 6 p.m. I think they was doing free crowd. But they, it's open. It's Saturday. But obviously, yeah, I will be there a lot more. Hopefully, I can quit my job. Now, I will be there a lot more, especially on the days where it's going crazy up there. Saturdays, Sundays, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I'll be at the spot. Yeah, man, and I told myself I wasn't gonna get too emotionally high up here, bro, because this is my place where, I want to just, I don't know, bro. I just want to I still want it to be mine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was saying earlier, everything I'm thinking about is just like, wow, like, he gone. To close the casket on a parent, bro. I didn't know. Here's what I recommend, and I know, it's kind of like tradition, and it's kind of like, what sons do, or what fathers do, those that are in the lives of their fathers and their sons. You carry the casket of your father, but I think that needs to change, bro. I wouldn't recommend, because as a pallbearer, unless you've done it over and over and over, you don't know exactly what that entails. And when they called us up to close that casket, bro, that shit sent shockwaves from my toes to my fingertips, bro. It's just seeing him, like, and I just kept telling myself, like, man, there's no way that it was time. It was no way it was time. It was just, I feel like, and that's selfish. I know it's selfish, but I just feel like it was so much left on the table, especially the conversations that you have where it's like, yeah, we need to do this, this, and this is what is about to happen. Or, like, it's crazy. My daughter's graduation party, this is the last time I actually heard his voice, which wasn't too long before he transitioned. I was trying to figure out, because we was having this conversation about something, like, places that were no longer here in Houston, like restaurants and stuff like that. And I was trying to figure out, like when my brothers and them, they would sleep in, you know what I'm saying? But my pops were like, hey, I'm finna get up. I'm finna get ready to go. Who riding? Anybody want to ride? I always, more times than none, I get up and go ride with them. And every time we would stop at this cafe, you know, after he get through doing whatever he doing, we'll stop at this cafe. And I couldn't remember the name of the cafe. And none of my brothers could either. So I called him. I was like, Pops, what's the name of that cafe on Griggs we used to always go to when you know, was running your errands and doing whatever you did before we got to the crib? And he's one of these, if you ain't go, you ain't get nothing. Yeah. You ain't go, but it was Wyatt's Cafe.
Wyatt's? Bro, how did I know you was about to say Wyatt's?
Wyatt's Cafe, bro.
Me and Key was just talking about, she couldn't remember what Wyatt's is, bro.
What?
Bro, Wyatt's was, you remember as a kid, as a little kid, they had the little high chair that came over with the tray on it, right? Bro, I used to love the shit out of Wyatt's.
Bro,
man.
Wyatt's Cafe, that food today probably wouldn't be good, because
facts.
It probably wouldn't be, as an adult, it probably wouldn't be good, but as a child, and especially as a child, riding with your pops while he do whatever he doing, and then that's like, you know, at the end of the trip, before you go to the house, that's what y'all about to do, because that's what he did. Man, the memories and the nostalgia is crazy.
The closest thing to Wyatt's, I think, is what? Luby's?
Yeah, probably? Of course. Yeah. But a better comparison probably would have been...
God damn.
Crazy, bro. A better comparison probably would have been Piggly Wiggly's. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as how it's structured and how you get the food and all of that, Luby's for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's wild, bro.
I would tell you, just while we talking about like what you imagine it might taste like today versus what it tasted like as a kid.
Oh, it's blacker than Luby's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was blacker than Luby's.
But I can tell you today, we went to Golden Corral about 2 weeks ago, just on some. Hey man, we ain't been to Golden Corral in so long.
Golden Corral in 2025 is crazy.
Bruh. That shit was terrible.
I know it was.
The rolls are still fire.
I know it was terrible.
Man, we got lucky enough to find some barbecue chicken that tasted decent in there. But that shit is terrible. I used to love fucking Golden Corrals.
Bro, that's crazy. Nah.
And I'm telling you, it was just on some, hey, you know.
Because you got to think, bro. You got to think.
There. Let's pull up to it.
You got to the only reason places like that was even good was because it was fresh food. They didn't heavily season the food, and because they can't, because so many people come in there. It's a buffet, right? So you can't do what you would do at home at a buffet style restaurant like that. But the beauty of it was fresh ingredients for all of that.
And everybody's particular taste. But you can find anything in there. As a kid, bro, you telling me I can have
nuggets,
rice and beans with nuggets and a pizza?
Yeah. Crazy.
And the Salisbury steak or whatever that shit's called.
Yeah, that's. But you got to pack your own seasonings in your bag. If you're going,
definitely not going back.
I
can tell you that. Definitely
and
not going back.
I was alluding to what I was saying was at least the food wasn't as processed as it is. So to make bulk quantity of food like that with processed foods, hell nah. You in there eating rubber.
Man.
Nah,
I don't know what this shit was.
I know it was terrible. Was it the same options?
Everything was pretty much the same, bro.
Nah.
And the only thing that stood the test of time, the rolls.
Of course.
That's it. But anyway, back to what you were saying, bro. I didn't mean to derail.
What was I talking about?
The last time, that being the last call.
No, so yeah, so that was the last time I actually heard his voice. So for that to be the last time I heard it, you know what I'm saying, and not I love you or not see you again or not all right, I'll talk to you in a minute. None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a weird place to end it. And I'm going to keep saying it. You don't want to end a chapter forever because it's forever. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing nobody can do. Ain't nobody got no time machine to go back 3 weeks ago and fix nothing. It's over. Fix it. Whatever you got to do, fix it. Fix it, bro. But yeah, man, that's it, man. The life and legacy of Fletcher DeWayne Galloway is forever. People love him. I just wanted to come in here and kind of say some words to, about my father. And to y'all, bro, and to the people. It's really for the people. You do not want your loved ones to leave this earth and y'all have not fixed whatever it is that y'all need to fix. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You better fix it because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you. Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, nah, bro, not really.
I ain't gonna lie. Show
like,
coming
this
up.
Yeah, we do. Definitely got a live show coming up next Saturday for the culture. Grab your tickets now. Boom, boom. And matter of fact, send all your people over too because there's a competition. Whoever has the most people show up for them wins this competition, and I'll let you in on what the prize is later or whatever. But
no, I ain't sending my people.
nah, send all your people to me. But nah, man, I'm glad you did this. I definitely told you that I think that, I'm gonna tell y'all. Like I told him that I think that this should be a solo shoot. But as I'm sitting here listening to you, and mind you, you talk 90% of this episode, and that's fine.
Right.
But I realized that you probably wouldn't have got all that out sitting on the camera by yourself. Knowing how you have been dealing with things and kind of like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like me and bro, we talk every 3-4 days right now. I don't take it personal. I know he dealing with what he dealing with, and I'm he knows like I'm here. If he called me, I'm gonna answer. If he texts me, I'm gonna reply. More than anybody else at this point, right? But I just knew that you're still processing through everything and dealing with everything.
Yeah, bro, it's different. I'm telling you, dog, it's different. Like the state of calmness that I feel, bro, and I feel very calm, but to not know when that moment comes, because it comes and goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it comes and goes. Like I just feel it has got hot in here too. It feel like it feel different, bro. It's a very, very different feeling. Yeah. It's a very, very different feeling. That's what I can say the most. It's a very, very different feeling, bro. Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, I think I'll probably close this out, but again, prayers to you and the family, bro. Yeah. You need something from me, let me know. Yeah. Whatever I can do, I'm gonna always be there. You need me to, I don't know, you need me to come do valet parking at the spot, bro. Let me know. I got you.
Yeah.
But nah,
yeah, man, again, just him reminding me, bro, the outpour of love, the inboxes, the DMs, the people on the post, like that's just my form of expression. You know what I'm saying? Like typing it out or saying it out. That's just how I can get it out. And as the moments come, you know, as random as they may, I'm gonna post it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna put it up because it's what I should have been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's what I should have been doing. And it's crazy because Father's Day is coming up in a few hours, and a post came up that I had posted, you know, from my father, me and him, years ago. I can't remember what year it said. I think it said 2015, maybe. I think it might have been 2015, and I was just telling them, like, at that point in my adult life, this 10 years ago, I was 25, 26, whatever, and I was telling them, like, I don't know what, I can't remember what I was going through, but it had to be something, because, matter of fact, it was 2013, and I know exactly what I was going through. I know exactly what I was going through. It was 2013, and I pretty much said on the post, like, everything that you tried to instill in us, everything that you were saying, everything that went without saying, just your actions, I understand it now. Like, I get it now. I feel where you were coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I seen where he commented on the post. That's all I ever tried to do, son. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that memory popped up, I think yesterday or something. You know, it'd be like, the days be different because Father's Day this particular year probably was 2 days ago or something. But yeah, bro, yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild. When I say for the last, since it happened, I probably been out the house only to go deal with stuff for him. That's it. I went to work a few days, but I could barely do that. I could barely do that. You know what I'm saying? I went to work a few days, but other than that, well, I literally, it been cemeteries, funeral homes, churches. Like having the family get a private viewing before the day of the funeral, which is tough like that. Hey, anybody who can do that, I commend you because that's tough. Like that's tough. Like just to ensure that they did your loved one, however y'all wanted him to be done or she to be done. That's a tough place to be in. But what's even tougher is having to deal with life still while doing all of this, bro. Funny story, bro. I'm coming. Where did I have to go? I had to go somewhere. I don't know where I went, where I was coming from, but I'm coming. I let the garage up, and my son came out. My youngest son, Kyrie, he came out, and I'm having a moment, bro. Like I'm drenched in tears. Like I'm having a moment in the truck. I'm backing in the garage, and he come out, wanting to show me something, like playing, and I'm just like, damn, bro. I literally gotta shake myself together in order to be okay, so he don't see me. Not that I don't care that he see me like that, but it's like,
you wanted to be there for him.
yeah, you still gotta be there for your child too. You know what I'm saying? And having to having to face life during times like this is probably as difficult as going through times like this, which is crazy, bro. Because you still gotta get up every day and face life, bro. Something else crazy happened, bro. And I know we need to get up out of here. Something else crazy happened. My little brother was telling me he was on the phone with my bonus mama, and she was either on the way home or on the way to the club, and she was asking him about something, and she was like, you know what, I'm going to just call Fletcher and ask him, and hung up. He was like, I ain't even call her back, bro. I ain't even call her back. But it's stuff like that where it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, damn. And he said she never called me back because she probably had a moment and realized, like, that's so crazy. And the other part, another thing, bro, so much shit been happening. Another thing happened. The people from the donor place called that following Monday was like, he got on the list. Bro, for a kidney. Bro, it's just so crazy, bro. So crazy. And I know the type of man my father was. That was taking a toll on his mind, body, and spirit. Not being able to fully be the guy who he's always been. You know, because dialysis take a toll on you, bro. Going 3 times a week, having to let these people, do what they do. For those of you who know how dialysis work, 3 times a week, like, it takes all your energy, all your strength. You got to go home. You got to refuel. You got to go to sleep for a while, then get up and do what you need to do. And having to do that 3 times a week, being who you were mentally, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the mental gymnastics that he was going through, and he wasn't somebody who was just going to, say whatever was actually going on with him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I can ramble forever. Thoughts and will come back forever, and I can ramble forever. But yeah,
we gonna wrap it up, bro.
Episode 88.
Episode 89. Episode 89.
Yeah.
Just this podcast, man.
Episode
Go like,
80,
follow,
89.
subscribe, all them good things, bro. I love you, dog.
Love you too, my
Happy
nigga.
Father's Day.
Same to you, bro.
We gonna keep going.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
For sure.
Well,
no,
week
after.
Week after that.
Hey, but speaking of next week, again, For the Culture, live show. Pull up. Come on.
Matter of fact, we might do one before. Wait.
That's Saturday.
Nah, yeah.
Because Friday, I'm going to be haircut, all that, blah, blah.
And I think we're going to be.
Might squeeze one out Sunday.
If I'm back.
Do that. Yeah. Anyway, y'all will see us, bro. Don't worry about it. We'll
Just us
be
pod.
posting
We out.
something. All right. I said all right like I was hanging on the phone.
Here's the thing, it's just us.
In the mic. The drink. Oh shit. You